Ladies and gentlemen, imagine standing at the edge of your dreams, staring at the life you desire, feeling the weight of your potential pressing against your chest. What separates those who make the leap from those who stand on the edge, forever wishing? It's not luck, it's not talent, it's the small daily choices. Those times. Imagine standing at the crossroads of your life, holding the power to shape your destiny, yet unsure which path to take. It's easy to believe that success belongs to the lucky ones, the gifted, the ones born with a silver spoon. But here's the truth: success doesn't come from a grand moment of fate. It is woven into the fabric of our daily choices, the tiny, seemingly insignificant actions we repeat every day carve the future we step into. Every morning you make a choice. Do you hit snooze or do you rise with purpose? Do you fill your mind with inspiration or do you let negativity dictate your day? Do you take one small step toward your dream or do you convince yourself that you'll start tomorrow? These choices may seem small, but they are powerful. They are the silent architects of the life you are building. Think about the people who inspire you. They weren't born ready. They weren't handed success on a silver platter. They became who they are through the decisions they made when no one was watching. They built habits of resilience, of learning, of pushing forward when it was easier to give up. And that's the difference. The successful are not waiting for life to change. They are shaping it, one decision at a time. Your life is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. And every choice, no matter how small, carries weight. Success isn't about one big breakthrough, it's about the little victories no one sees. The choice to stay disciplined when distractions call, the choice to work harder when no one is applauding, the choice to believe in yourself when doubt creeps in. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need all the answers. You just need to make better choices today than you did yesterday. And when you do, day by day, habit by habit, step by step, you look back and realize you didn't just dream of success, you built it. There's a common illusion that success belongs to those who wake up every day feeling motivated, driven, and ready to take on the world. But motivation is like a spark. It flares up, burns brightly for a moment, and then fades. If you rely on motivation alone, you will find yourself waiting for the right mood, the right energy, the right inspiration, and while you wait, time slips through your fingers. The truth is, the most successful people in the world don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. They don't wait for the right mood to take action. They act regardless of how they feel. They show up on the days when doubt whispers in their ear. They push through when fatigue tells them to quit. They keep going when no one is watching, no one is cheering, no one is rewarding them. Because they understand that success isn't about feeling, it's about commitment. Think about the moments when you feel like giving up, when your mind tells you not today, when comfort calls you back to old habits, when resistance makes even the smallest step forward feel impossible. These are the moments that define you. Not the easy days, not the days when motivation is high, but the days when everything inside you says, stop. And yet you choose to keep going. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's waking up early when it's easier to sleep in. It's saying no to distractions when the world tempts you to lose focus. It's choosing consistency over convenience, progress over excuses, long-term success over short-term comfort. If you want to change your life, don't wait for motivation to strike. Build habits that make action automatic. Make progress non-negotiable. Train your mind to move forward even when it resists. Because in the end, success doesn't come to those who feel ready, it comes to those who show up no matter what. Too many people spend their lives waiting for the right opportunity, the right timing, the perfect condition. They convince themselves that success will come when everything aligns, when the stars favor them, when life gives them a clear sign. But life doesn't work that way. If you wait for the perfect moment, you will wait forever. The truth is, opportunities don't simply appear, they are created. The most successful people don't sit around hoping for luck to knock on their door. They build their own doors. They don't wait for inspiration, they take action and let inspiration catch up. They don't wait for confidence, they step forward despite their doubts, and confidence grows through the process. Think about the people who have changed the world, the ones who have carved their names into history. They were not handed success on a golden plate. They were not given guarantees. They didn't have all the answers when they started, but they had something far more powerful. They had the courage to act. They were willing to take imperfect steps, to risk failure, to trust that movement itself would lead them somewhere greater. It's easy to stay in a cycle of hesitation, overthinking every decision, analyzing every risk. But while you stand still, someone else is moving. While you debate whether you're ready, someone else is starting. While you worry about failing, someone else is learning through action. Success isn't about knowing every step in advance. It's about taking the first step even when the path is unclear. It's about creating momentum when fear tells you to pause. It's about believing that every small action adds up, that each decision to move forward, no matter how small, is shaping a future you cannot yet see. Don't wait for life to hand you an opportunity, build it with your own hands. Because the ones who create their own moments are the ones who never have to wait for permission to succeed. Comfort is seductive. It wraps itself around you, whispering that you're fine where you are, that there's no need to push harder, no need to take risks. It tells you that growth can wait, that failure is too painful, that staying in familiar territory is safe. And so people settle. They shrink their dreams to fit their fears. They choose the ease of routine over the uncertainty of possibility. But comfort is not where success lives. The most successful people in the world have one thing in common: they refuse to be trapped by comfort. They understand that growth is never found in a place of ease. They seek challenges, knowing that every obstacle is shaping them into something greater. They embrace discomfort, not because it is easy, but because it is necessary. Think about it. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you become stronger. The first time you take a risk, it feels terrifying. The first time you push beyond your limits, it feels impossible. But then something magical happens. You adapt, you stretch, you realize you are capable of more than you ever imagined. And suddenly, what once felt difficult becomes your new normal. Success is not built by avoiding struggle, it is built by leaning into it, by choosing to grow even when it's uncomfortable, by stepping into uncertainty even when fear tries to hold you back, by understanding that every great achievement is born from moments of doubt, moments of hardship, moments when giving up seemed like the easier choice. But persistence won. There will always be two paths in front of you. One will be easy, familiar, safe. The other will challenge you, push you, force you to evolve. One path leads to regret, the other leads to greatness. Which one will you choose? Every action you take, every habit you build is shaping the person you're becoming. It's easy to believe that identity is fixed, that who you are today is who you will always be. But the truth is, you are constantly evolving, sculpting yourself with every decision, every routine, every choice, whether you realize it or not. Think about it. The person who wakes up early, prioritizes their goals, and commits to personal growth is building the identity of a leader, a doer, a person who takes charge of their future. The person who makes excuses, procrastinates, and stays stuck in old habits is reinforcing an identity of limitation. Success is not a matter of talent or luck, it is a reflection of the habits you repeat daily. Your habits are casting votes for the life you are creating. When you choose discipline over distraction, you are voting for success. When you choose courage over fear, you are voting for strength. When you choose to push through challenges instead of giving up, you are voting for resilience. These choices may seem small in the moment, but over time, they create a powerful transformation. No one becomes successful overnight. No one wakes up one day as the best version of themselves without the effort it takes to get there. The strongest, most successful people didn't start out that way. They became that way through the habits they built when no one was watching, through the decisions they made when no one was applauding. If you want to change your life, start by changing your habits. If you want to become someone extraordinary, start acting like that person today. Because the future version of yourself, the one who has achieved everything you dream of, is not waiting for the perfect moment. They are simply the result of the small, consistent choices you make every single day. Success is not a sudden explosion of greatness. It is not a grand event that happens overnight. It is the result of small, consistent actions that add up over time. The world often celebrates the big wins, the breakthrough moments, the record-breaking achievements, the applause-worthy victories. But what no one sees are the tiny daily decisions that made those moments possible. Imagine a drop of water hitting a stone. One drop alone does nothing, but drop after drop, day after day, it carves through solid rock. That is the power of small, consistent efforts. Most people give up because they don't see instant results. They expect success to happen quickly, and when it doesn't, they quit. But those who truly succeed understand that greatness is built in the quiet moments of discipline, when no one is watching, when no one is cheering, when progress feels invisible. Think about an athlete training before the world knows their name. Think about an artist painting before anyone admires their work. Think about an entrepreneur working late nights before the world calls them a success. They didn't get there by making one massive leap. They got there by showing up every single day, even when it was hard, even when it felt like nothing was changing. The key to success is to fall in love with the process, to commit to the journey, not just the destination, to understand that every small step forward, no matter how insignificant it seems, is shaping something bigger than you can see right now. Progress is not always visible, but it is always happening. So keep going even when it feels slow. Keep building even when no one is noticing. Keep believing even when results seem far away, because one day all those small wins will add up and the world will look at you and call it an overnight success. But you will know the truth. It wasn't sudden. It was earned one small step at a time. Success is not a distant dream. It is something you create piece by piece every single day. The future does not suddenly arrive fully formed and perfect. It is built in the choices you make today, in the habits you commit to, in the mindset you cultivate. Look around at where you are right now. Every part of your life, the way you think, The way you act, the opportunities you have is a result of the decisions you made yesterday, last month, last year. And just like your past choices shaped your present, the choices you make today are designing your future. This means you are not powerless, you are not stuck, you are the architect of your own destiny, whether you realize it or not. Success is not something that happens to other people. It is not reserved for the lucky or the privileged. It belongs to those who are willing to do the work, not just once, not just when it's convenient, but every single day. It belongs to those who wake up with intention, who refuse to let distractions steal their time, who choose discipline over excuses. Every day is a fresh opportunity to build the life you want. Every moment is a chance to take a step forward. You don't need to have everything figured out today, you just need to start. Because the habits you commit to right now, how you spend your mornings, how you talk to yourself, how you push through challenges, are shaping the person you will become. One day you will look back and realize that success was never about one big moment. It was in the small daily actions that no one noticed. It was in the commitment to keep going when giving up felt easier. It was in the quiet belief that your efforts were leading somewhere, even when the results weren't visible yet. So ask yourself, what are you building today? Because the life you dream of is not waiting in the future. It is being created in this very moment by the choices you make right now. There comes a moment in life when you realize that no one is coming to hand you success. No one is going to wake you up in the morning and push you toward your dreams. No one is going to hold your hand and walk you to the life you desire. This journey is yours alone, and the habits you build will determine whether you rise or remain the same. Everything you want is within reach, but it demands more than wishful thinking. It demands action. It demands commitment. It demands a version of you that refuses to settle for mediocrity. Success does not belong to the ones who simply dream. It belongs to those who are willing to put in the work every single day, even when the results are invisible, even when progress feels slow. Life will test you. It will throw distractions in your path, tempt you with comfort, and fill your mind with doubts. But those who succeed are the ones who refuse to be controlled by fear, by laziness, by excuses. They are the ones who choose to show up, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times they stumble, because they know that every habit, every choice, every small step is shaping something bigger than themselves. You have the power to transform your life, but only if you decide to take control of your habits, only if you decide to stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating it, only if you are willing to commit, not just when it's easy, but every single day. Because the truth is, success isn't found in the future. It is being built right now, in this moment, with the decisions you make today. So stand up, take responsibility for your dreams, build the habits that will take you there. And when the world looks at you in awe, calling you an overnight success, you will smile, knowing that it wasn't luck, it wasn't fate, it was you, all along, shaping your future one habit at a time.